Good morning, everyone. This is Faisal again. Came here to talk about some technology and especially the cybersecurity threat protection because it's going to be a little bit of a repeat because these days we all get victimized by some kind of cyber threat day in and day out. So just wanted to give you some quick tips and remind you of doing certain things that would protect you from any kind of cyber attack. So number one, we all use passwords to authenticate to log into your individual websites and bank accounts and all those. So you should always create strong, unique passwords for every site you use. What I mean by that, everybody has their own little favorite password, and then we continue using the same password for multiple sites and everything. But as a good practice, you should have unique password for each individual sites, and it should be difficult to for anybody else to guess your password. The reason I'm saying that is because just God forbid if your password is intercepted, and then if you use the same password for multiple websites, then all your sites will be victimized and vulnerable by virtue of being exposed to your password. Never write down your password in a piece of paper or share with anybody. Let's say you're in a rush, you wrote your password on the desk, and then you left for the day, and who knows, somehow if it gets in the hand of bad guys, then your password is totally compromised. So make sure that you do not write on a piece of paper, but if you have to, you shred that immediately after you log in. Another thing is very important is that your personal information, sometimes you get emails that or even phone calls that your machine, I'm an IT guy, I need your password to get your machine faster or make it better, so please send me your password. Do not I repeat, do not send your password in the open. You need to authenticate. You need to make sure that the person that you're about to give your password to is the person, the right person that so again, sometimes if you get calls, you said no, I'm not going to give you until you come on the monitor and I talk to you and validate that you're the right person. Before you click on any particular link, you need to think twice. You receive tons of emails these days. You get all kinds of attractive links saying that, hey, if you click on this, you will be winning a lottery for $50, $1,000 and whatnot. Please be careful on that. They're not real. They're fake, and that's another way of getting your machine compromised. Limit your personal information that you share in social media. Basically, we're all on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, but make sure that you do not expose your date of birth, your social, obviously not, or any kinds of where do you live, your personal information, because you never know who is accessing your data. Then when you have any email that your antivirus software is expiring, click it to upgrade. You make sure that this is a legitimate email, because sometimes the phishing attack happens, meaning the bad guy sending you email faking that they are the software provider. So you always have to double check that this is authentic or not. Sometimes you need to download a particular application, right? Some kind of a PDF writer or some converter or some kind of an audio file that you wanted to install in your machine so that you can read your MP3, MP4 file. So you Google it and see that, okay, what is a good software? And then in the Google, there's a whole bunch of links that comes up to install those free software. Please be careful, and chances are 8 out of 10 links, sometimes they're not authentic, so you have to download your software from an authentic site. Otherwise you might be a victim of some kind of a cyber threat. At home we use Wi-Fi and the wireless and everything, and then when we install those Wi-Fi router in your machine, or in your home rather, you need to make sure that you change the default password. Let's say you were with Verizon or AT&T and you get this little router. When the cable guy comes in and install, you need to make sure that you update the password of that particular box, because when the manufacturer comes sends you that particular router, it gives you some very basic password, and the whole world, especially within those vendor company, know what the password of that particular router is. So once it's installed, you need to make sure that it's updated to your favorite password so that nobody else from outside can get in. Any kind of data that you use or in your office, let's say you write on a piece of paper, you need to make sure that you shred it once you don't need it. You cannot just dispose it to your trash can, because you never know if bad guy can get into your trash can and get some information. So you always shred that paper. When you step away from work or anywhere, you're using your machine, even in Starbucks or whatnot, you're using your machine, and then you step away for 2 seconds to grab your coffee or go to the restroom, please make sure you lock your machine, because you never know, once you're away from your desk or from your machine, somebody else can come in and get that computer compromised. And always remember, if something is too good to be true, it probably is. So any kinds of email that tells you that you're a winner of $1,000 and whatnot, please be careful. Also, with artificial intelligence and machine learning these days, people can impersonate the voice. So anytime anybody calls you and asks for money or anything else that you know of, even the voice seems to be from your family, you make sure that you put that person on video and you authenticate that person, because you never know, with the power of artificial intelligence, you can literally fake a voice. So again, these are some of the very high level tips. I'm going to come back with more tips with you so that you are all safe and sound, and we build a beautiful community in the world. Thank you so much.